So this is my Pattern 37 small pack. General issue to all services came in different colours, such as this is the standard colour it normally come in for the Army and the Navy, and it can be blancoed different colours, such as it could be blancoed black or pea green, or depends on different colours. Blanco is basically like a dye that can be scrubbed on and off, and it was made especially in blue for the RAF. Anyway, that's just basic webbing knowledge. So yeah, it had the ability to have two things called L straps, which basically look like this, to be attached to the back, or a single cross strap, which is one of these, to either side. Or you can have both at the same time here, but it doesn't really work. Anyway, and what happens is the L straps have hooks on them, which are called L straps because they look like an L. When you have it on, they hook to the top of your ammo pouches like so, and then that means that the bag won't fall off as much as it would if it was just a normal bag. So yep, so here's my Pattern 37 small pack. I call this my demolition bag because even though it's not really for demolition, it's basically just got all my order unit stuff in. But anyway, so first off, binoculars. I believe that only really officers would have had these, but there were orders out when if the German invasion came, that Auxilliers would kill their officers, because the officers usually knew the names of all the other men in the area, and if you killed him, then they would be safe if he was captured, because anyone can break under torture. Because, for example, there was at the end of the war, the British set up torture centres. Well, they set them up in 1940, and by the end of the war, they took in SS men, which are incredibly strong-willed, or very strong, and they managed to torture and get false confessions out of them to convict people of war crimes. And they were basically just blabbing and saying, okay, I did kill these 10 French civilians just to stop being beaten or have sound deprivation. So whatever happens, really, they would have to make sure that they maintain the secrecy of the other operators. So that's why they would kill their officers. And what would happen was I would have killed my officer and acquired these. These are binoculars, standard wartime style binoculars, and they would be very useful for observing troop movements, etc., and guard detail movements from far off, because you wouldn't want to get very close. Otherwise, Germans were not stupid, and they would have smelt a rat. Here I got maps, original wartime style map. Here, I believe this is just post-war. Anyway, it's of gunnery range, and some other things. Anyway, so yep, that's my map. I do have a map case, which is here, and this would have been issued to officers only, again. And inside I got my maps, and here I got pencils, and I got a notebook, and this is 1944 dated, by the way. Original. All my stuff is original. I have, apart from my camp comforter and the weapons. So at the back here I've got very hard to get in and out, but I've got an observation booklet. This is mainly for artillery, but is useful for the auxiliary, would have been useful for the auxiliaries. And I've got another map here, which I believe is original, of wartime. I'll try and open it up. I'm really sorry about the slowness of this, but I just don't want to break the map. Just want to show you what it is. It basically shows, I believe, Europe at the time of the war. So let's see, and there's like a key. So yeah, that basically that was one that I believe was done in the war, and it allowed people to plot the movements of troops. And so yeah, so that's just one of my maps. I don't want to show you all my maps because that'd be a waste of time, because this isn't a map video. So in my bag of tricks I've got these. These are basically calendars, and this is they are not actually what they say. This says 1937 calendar. It was designed so that the Germans would walk into house and go, "Oh, it's an out-of-date calendar, throw it away or leave it." And if they just open the front page, they'd see this, and they go, "Ah," and then flick forwards, and it would then say this, and basically it tells you how to blow up train lines, etc, 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 or create bombs. And there's a 1938 calendar, which basically does exactly the same thing. They've been very risky really with this, because they don't even have the first few pages talking about what was happened. And also it says that on the front page, if a German was just to go, "Oh, why they got if the Germans to think, why the hell they still got a 1938 calendar," and throwing it out, and open it up, they go, "Oh, it says something interesting. Oh, so there's something even more interesting." And then, "Oh my god, this person must be a spy or something." So yeah, anyway, and there's a high with fertilizer manual. He's very, very ingenious, and kind of is very punish. It says do their stuff unseen until you see the results. There, which is kind of like a pun on with the auxiliaries. They do their stuff, sabotage, unseen, and you see the results, which is stuff like this, setting bombs, etc, etc. I've also got this, which is something that was issued to the general population. It's called If the Invader Comes, and it's what to do and how to do it, which basically just says don't fraternize with the enemy, and don't help them in any way, shape or form, but don't resist them either, kind of just do nothing. So yeah, now here I've got a Home Guard manual, seeing as most of the people who are in the Augs units were recruited from the Home Guard. I've got this, and this I kind of wouldn't really have, but it's just a book on the commandos, which I have put in there. Oh, and by the way, this just tells you how to do things such as set up sentries, etc. Reprint, very good. Oh, by the way, these are not original, otherwise I'll be a millionaire. Well, not a millionaire, but very rich. They're repros. cigarettes, Lucky Strike, American Lend-Lease, and I got some German money. German currency would be vital if you wanted to bribe guards. For example, if you wanted to go inside a factory, you'd go and have a look inside a building. You'd slip a 50 Reichsmark note into the guard's pocket, and the guard almost certainly let you through, because that would be quite a lot of money. And I think I got about 400 Reichsmarks here. So, yep. Now here I got something that would be useful for the map. I didn't mention it, but I should have. And what these are is these were mainly actually used by the RAF. Now what you do is these basically allow you to see a 3D picture from an aerial photograph. Where is it? There it is. So what you do is you fold the legs out, you get this, you squeeze in the ends here, and they lock into little notches here, and you do it exactly the same on this end. Is it locked in properly? No, it isn't. So, yep, and you put your nose there and you look through, and what happens is it basically makes the picture of the aerial photograph 3D. I need to try it out because I've not really tried it out. I've got two lamps. This is just a general army issue lamp, original, 1941 dated. The viewing thing was also original. It's got WD stampings on that bit there. And my second torch I have is this. Very, very, very similar in design to the German torch. If I show you the comparison, literally almost the same, just the German one's got an extra colour filter, and the back is just a teeny bit different. So, yeah, I believe this is original, or it could be post-war. And it's got a switch here, but the switch is broken. Very, very rusty, this one. There's the insides. It's even got a holder for a spare bulb. And yep, and the bulb still works by the looks of it. And so yeah, I'm gonna need to get a battery. I'm gonna try and restore this. Anyway, that would be used. You could, if you were to take out a German sentry, say on like a railway line, you could make a Vol signal to a train to make it stop, get on board, kill the train driver, and the train would be stuck. Then you could attack the train, destroy it if it carried ammunition, for example. So, yep, that's basically the contents of my small pack. This is one that's been demilitarized, so it's had the insides cut out. And unfortunately, no date. But the serial number here. I think it will probably be like in the 1940, 41 dated. That's what I think it is. It might not be. I have no idea. It's got some writing on the back too. This is on blanco, by the way. So.